The kitchen show absolutely is the foundation of our business. And we all know no one ever leaves our business if when they do a show, they've made great money, put future shows on the calendar, came home with a recruit or recruit leads, and had fun. Would you agree? Yes. You know the kind of show I'm talking about where you do the happy dance in the car? and you hope somebody's still up so you can say, how was your show? Oh, it was great! Where you call your friend on the way home from the show. So there's magic that happens when you walk into a home where there's great attendance. A host that's excited for her show. Where you enjoy the guests. Where you laugh with them, there's interaction going on. You're teaching them something new, and you've created a desire for our products. And not only have you marketed our products, you've marketed the host program, and you've marketed the business. You know what it feels like when all the senses are engaged, and there's food, and there's fun, and there's friends, and there's family. That, I would say, is a show that was on fire, right? But probably the point that I want to leave with you today is the secret to this business is that we have to light ourselves on fire in order to ignite the audience. Think about that. We have to light ourselves on fire in order to ignite the audience because it's our own excitement, enthusiasm, and love of our products, and that feeling inside that you want to share what you know. You know, like when you bubble up, where what you have to share is so important for the other person that you forget about yourself completely. And we use that acronym FACE, F-A-Y-C, forget about yourself completely. Because if it's not about you and it's about them, it's easy to share. It's easy to be excited. You know, you don't care. And if we solve problems at our show, like how to get dinner on the table fast, how to save money, how to have excellent results, then you know that you've succeeded. If they can just shop from the catalog, none of us are needed. So there's got to be something special about the show. So you know you've succeeded. Here's my litmus test. When the hostess hugs me on the way out the door, when people have thanked me, oh, thank you so much for coming. Oh, thank you for being here, you know? When they say, I look forward to seeing you again. And I think it was Paula that I totally stole this line ages ago, until we eat again, you know? Before you feel overwhelmed, it is not about your personality. I don't want you to think, oh, I can never be a Patty Musserino, I can never be a Nancy Joe. It is not about your personality. And I want you to think of Patty Musserino. You saw her jumping up. She's always excited and she's always bubbling, you know. And I want you to think of Sherry Carr, because a number of years ago at a director's meeting that Nancy Jo was doing, we did the whole Tony Alessandra personality test. And we lined up by a number. Patty Musserino was on one end of the room, and Sherry Carr was dead last on the other side of the room. Both of them are national executive directors. Both of them have an amazing business. Both of them are very, very successful. It doesn't matter your personality type. But you have to tweak your show to fit your personality type. Because somebody who is a Sherry Carr is not going to do a Patty Musserino show. And a Patty Musserino is not going to do a Sherry Carr show. And I really wished that, I don't know if anybody has the app All Recipes, and you have the spinner, which is so cool, so you can spin for your appetizer and you spin it for your vegetable, and I want it to be 20 minutes or less, and it comes up with a recipe. I almost wish, like a spinner, that we can have different openings, different recipes, different closings, and you can take one here, one here, one here. But that's a little bit about what we want want to do this morning. So I'm going to go through the components of what makes a successful show, and I just want you to see those people right there. Those are some stars that are in our room. We have such high quality star power. Am I going to go through the components of what makes a successful show? I have asked lots of these $1 million mega wonderful people to then do a little role playing and share a little snippet of their shows. One of the things that you're going to notice is I picked totally different personalities. So you will see different people who are all successful doing different things, and it's all working, okay? So the show is kind of in segments. There's the pre-show stuff. I call it schmoozing with hosts and guests as they arrive. Please don't diminish the power of that. People like doing business with friends and friendly people. You don't want to be the wizard who at the appointed hour suddenly appears from behind the curtain to do the show. You want to be engaging with the guests when you arrive. People are more open to buying from someone they like. Find out more so you can tailor your show. You know, many people suggest don't even wear your apron until you're going to get started, so they're not even sure you are the consultant. You know, there are questions. Do you like to cook or do you have to cook? How do you know the hostess? Oh, tell me more. I love that line. I think it's really important that you're approachable, you find out more. But like bookends, you need to be prepared. You have a strong opening. You figured out your closing. Whether you know it by heart, you use a cheat sheet, you use a binder, you use outline cards, it really doesn't matter. But the opening and the closing, you want to start them out excited. You want to leave them wanting more. You want to give them instructions. But in between, the magic happens. In between is that recipe. And long ago, I used to do a gigantic capital T, okay? And I would call it the recipe T. I still do it. I put the name of the recipe on the top. And we figure out, you know, focaccia bread, still doing it, and still wonderful after 25 years. What products on the left-hand side do we actually use to make focaccia bread? Stoneware bar pan, blah, 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 blah. On the right-hand side, what do we cross-sell with the stoneware bar pan or other things? And then add up actual value of products used on the left side, actual value of products that you can cross-sell. What is the grand scale number? So there are recipes that are $1,000 recipes, and there are recipes that you realize are nice to talk about, but you don't want to waste your time at the show doing those recipes. Be smart about your recipe choice. Be smart about main course cooking and having things that are going to really get the crowd excited. The recipe makes our products come alive. And many of us fall in the trap of thinking the show is about the recipe. The recipe is only the vehicle so that we could make everybody flippin' excited about the deep covered baker or other things that we're showing. And yes, I use the word flipping, John, again. Product knowledge is key. Product knowledge is key. We call it the PIG, Product Information Guide. I used to have it printed out. I used to take it. I always would tell my new consultants when the products arrive, here's what I want you to do. I want you to have an hour that's uninterrupted. I want you to pull everything out of the box. And when you pull the batter bowl out of the box, I want you to highlight and read the product the use and care guide that comes with it. I want you to read the product information card or be on the computer now and read all about the batter bowl. Then I want you to hold up the batter bowl and say, the best thing about owning a batter bowl is it's multifunctional. I can measure in it, I can mix in it, I can cook in it, I can eat out of it. It goes in the dishwasher. It's the bachelor bowl. I would use it for pancakes. I would use it to make my cookie dough, and maybe I'm not ready to bake them, so I'm going to put on the lid and I'm going to do this. It's not about the features, it's about the benefit. And if they go through their starter kit getting excited about the products, and then instead of the products going back in the box, they're out on the table, and now they know and are excited about the products that they own, their show is going to be great. And that's so true. It is a disservice for our customers if you don't know your stuff. And you know, you've all heard about other consultants who were terrible. And it's very embarrassing when it's any of your consultants. But, you know, the other thing is that there's selling skills. Things like words tell, stories sell. How we paint pictures. You know, Chris Mannion ages ago talked about how she can have people smelling the chicken cooking on, you know, in her stone, and how, you know, the kids are going to run to your house because you're the person who makes the perfect chocolate chip cookies, and, you know, you're creating an excitement and enthusiasm about the products, and you're not baking chicken, you're not making cookies, but everybody there is with you. You're gonna assume the sale. Things like when you have your show, when you have your grill pan, the money you're gonna save, the time you're gonna save. When I come to your house and do your show, you know, of course you're gonna want to join our team. We've got the best team, you know, or whatever. We have the best team. And then lastly, inviting. I am part of your team, so yes. And then lastly, inviting and asking for what you want. John always says there's not an open sign tattooed to anybody's forehead. Nobody knows you're open for business unless you open up your mouth. I always say, John on my team has the biggest ask of anybody on my team.
Yes.
I said it. I put the K in there.
No,
ask.
I didn't say you said it.
Yesterday at the home office tour, he got 10 bookings. He always says, do you already have a consultant? No. So anyway, like a turtle, you don't go anywhere until you stick your neck out.